Yo, welcome to episode 2 of Couch Update. So, um, we're just gonna be talking about sofa related content. um, so I definitely buy and resell sofas, and I like to give information to help you find your sofa and to help you kind of clean it as well. I do know I know a little thing or two on how to maintain a sofa, so stay tuned, and we'll be talking about these things. So I have a list just in case if I go off the rails. So New Year's 2025. This is the first day of 2025. Love it. So, for the past couple of years, I've been loving the New Year's. Like, you know what? That's my favorite holiday, New Year's, because, excuse me, because if you live in San Antonio on the south side, all you have to do is just go outside, pop a chair on, and then watch the fireworks show. I really enjoy New Year's because people go all out when it comes to New Year's. Man, just like fireworks going off in every angle you could think of, front, back, sideways, to the left, to your right, to the angle here, angle there. It's everywhere, which is cool. I was talking to some of my friends, and they were saying, kind of by like Live Oak, Converse area, it's strict a little bit over there. So, there, it's not as crazy as it is in the on the south side. So, it's just amazing. I love San Antonio. I like being here. Great friends, great fireworks, great family. What can you what more can you ask for, right? So, since I buy sofas and deliver and so I'm always in my truck. I have a long car rides. Um, so normally what I do when I'm in my truck for long periods of time, I'll either hop on a phone call with a friend or get on a podcast and just, listen to the podcast. Or, sometimes I like to freestyle. But that's with like friends. I rarely freestyle on my own, but like freestyle rap. I like doing that. I like to speak positivity, uh conversation vibes. It's fun. But there's one podcast that comes to mind, and it's this guy named Gary V, and he gives a lot of good golden nugget information, a bunch, because you don't want to, how should I say, you don't want to be behind in this world. And I feel Gary Vee is that light where you're just not behind, you're like up to date on what's going on with social media. He really preaches that social media is like the best tool, and basically saying that social media is heavily underrated and people are not using it to their advantage. and I'm one of them. I don't use social media to my advantage at all. Um, my conclusion of this social media world is, how good is it? How is your relationship with posting on social media? Right now, my relationship with posting is it's good. It just needs to be where I want. I just want to post. I want to be out there more, but I want to last long here on social media because, man, it's so much opportunity on here. Like spreading awareness on whatever you're doing, it enhances everything. It feels like. I've definitely had a fair share of posting on social media, on YouTube, TikTok, Instagram. Like I'll go all out. I'd give it my all. But this is another version of myself trying to give it all my all. Um, yeah. Gary Vee. I check his podcast out. He's like literally on all socials, like Spotify, um, podcast app. It's good stuff. Okay, the material of the sofa. Oh, I'm gonna talk about that. Talk about that later. All right, so I recently sold this blue sofa, and this sofa is in good condition, and like excellent condition. And I had gotten an offer for $150, and definitely not a fair offer because it's in excellent condition and I'm offering delivery. I might be super biased because I'm selling it, um, but in my gut I felt that, and I knew it just wasn't the right offer because the retail, these blue sofas from IKEA that turn into beds, they range from 750 to like 850, and 150 just did not seem fair with delivery included. And so I had to respectfully, I gave them an offer of $250, and they just didn't want it. So I just decided to wait and be patient, and I deleted the post and then reposted it, definitely at a convenient time for people to to actually get an advantage of looking at the post. And those times are literally from like 7 to 7 to like 10 o'clock in the morning. And then in the evening time, it's 6 p.m. all the way to 9 p.m., I believe. Um, so I'll post that. I'll repost and do that again. And so I waited, and it sold. Um, um, my back itches. Yeah, I waited, and it just sold today, and went smoothly. He gave me a little tip, which was nice, pretty generous. I like accepting tips. Tips are awesome. Um, but yeah, and the takeaway from this situation was just be a little patient, especially if you have something that's in good condition. Um, because yeah, which is cool, you know. It's awesome. Um, yeah, that went well. All right. Um, yeah, for like a takeaway for people, just like if you really want that sofa sold, I recommend posting like reposting it again, especially if it's like a high priced sofa. Um, yeah, just want to get that reposted at a convenient time. And if you need help, I highly recommend ChatGPT because if you haven't heard of it, Google it. And my point of view of it, it's basically a convenient Google. Super convenient. Uh, you just get your information fast. Um, so I recently just bought a sofa, and this is another IKEA. I I am super comfortable with buying IKEA furniture just because they're well built and they're easy to maintain and they're light as well. I bought it and I had to clean it up because it was a little dirty and it, it cleaned up nicely and it smells good. The sofa's in my room. It's not in my room. It's in the back room. I like to keep the sofas in the back room. Don't want to keep them outside. Um, yeah, just keep it in the back room. It's chill, you know. Um, but yeah, so I use this Bissell. It's called Big Green Bissell, and it has like this Bissell machine, right? It sucks up water and it sprays water. So super simple. It just water goes onto the fabric, and then there's a suction that goes on that there's a suction that soaks up the water, and it's super convenient. You know, like you can get really creative on how you can clean your sofa. You know, if there's like a mustard or ketchup stain on your sofa, you know, just pour some water, a little bit of soap, give it a good brush to break loosen up the fabric and whatnot, and suck up the mustard or ketchup, whatever is on the sofa. Super simple. I originally started with this little green Bissell. I mean, for spot cleaning, it's awesome, but to clean an entire sofa with it, good luck. Well, I would. First of all, I don't think you would if you wanted to clean a sofa. Uh, you probably would want to take off the cushion covers. Yeah, there's sofas out there that cushions are removable and not removable. Definitely want to find the ones that are removable for like easy maintenance. It all depends on what kind of vibe you're going for, right? Um, yeah, so I want to keep talking about this sofa that I got. So IKEA has this, the cushions are tufted, right? Yeah, the cushions are tufted, and they have a way for you to take off the cushion cover, but it's kind of difficult to get untuft the cushion. It's kind of hard. It's difficult to like take it apart. So IKEA doesn't really make it too easy for you to take it apart. Um, IKEA should definitely like keep the tufted look, but make it a little more convenient. I don't know. That's just I just wanted to vent on that because it's a little difficult. um, this is probably probably like it's they still sell this sofa a lot. Maybe it's like a different version that hasn't been updated. I don't know. But every single couch that I got like this, it's just kind of difficult. But hey, but the Bissell machine does the job. I probably cleaned the entire sectional in like 2 hours. It was like not too bad at all. I definitely if I would have taken the cushion covers off, that would have taken me a longer time. um, but yeah, and the material of this couch, this is awesome. It's good material. Um, I don't know. I should definitely educate myself on different types of fabric because I could definitely be informative. But for now, shit, it's good material. It looks like it'll last you a long time because IKEA's made to last a long time. And let's see. I have written down Apple Maps versus Google Maps. You know, sometimes they lead you to the wrong places. Um, I've actually sent a location to my friend and it was the wrong location. Sometimes when you copy and paste an address, Apple Maps will like kind of like switch it to whatever is in the system, I guess, and then it'll take you. So I don't know. Watch out for Apple Maps and usually Google is like the place to go to if you don't have the actual address from Apple Maps. I always find myself using Apple Maps. A lot of my friends do use Google Maps. I don't know. It's just like a default. Like, I'll just use Apple Maps because it's in the phone, you know. But I do have the app, Google Maps. It's funny. I just wanted to talk about that. eBay. This is eBay has. So the reason why I like to go on eBay is because I like to see what sofas are selling for. So usually when I go to eBay, I click the sold and completed items. So it literally shows you what the sofa sold for, when it sold for, and it shows you like pictures, the description of it. And excuse me. And there's a lot of sofas being sold on eBay. And it's cool to see what kind of sofas are selling because you get to have an idea of what people are wanting to buy. And not going to lie, I came across because I was very curious. I sold and completed sectional sofas, and on the cause so they have like a high to low, and I want to see what the highest sofas are sold for. And wow, a lot of sofas and sectionals are being sold for like $5,000, and they're used, and they're being sold for $5,000. It's definitely because, you know, I don't really know why. I mean, obviously the brand, right? And the quality. But I have a funny feeling it might be about the brand. And, you know, just seeing these sofas being sold for a certain amount. So I've saw this one sofa. It was green, had like flower patterns on it, and it sold for $10,000 recently. And I was like, damn, this is nice. And you know what? I was at Salvation Army looking for sofas to buy, and I saw this sectional that had flowers on it. And I don't buy sofas that I don't like. You know what I mean? Like, just because you don't like a sofa doesn't mean it's gonna make you profit. You know what I mean? Just because you don't like the style doesn't mean it's gonna sell. So I've been kind of not adopting that point of view where if you don't like something doesn't mean it's gonna sell. I've been kind of like, you know, you if you know, you know. And I've just been like, despite what it looks like, let's see what it sells for. So I recently had got this plaid sectional, and I had such a good experience with selling it. It was awesome. And 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 it was all because I saw this sectional had sold on eBay, and looking at that plaid sectional, automatically I thought of that sectional on eBay automatically, and I was like, dude, this is awesome. And you know what? And this is around like Christmas time, like I didn't notice how much people wear plaid. Like the young me, the person in 2020, uh like fresh, just trying to flip sofas. If I would have saw this sectional, I probably would have told you, no, don't get it because it's not a good buy. It looks ugly. That was me. But yeah, I also, with leather too, like leather sofas, just cuz like I didn't know too much about them, I wouldn't get them. And when grabbing those leather sectional sofas, hey, they work out. Like all these sofas work. It makes me think about how many sofas have I passed by that are worth it. You know, um, that is pretty much it. I can literally keep rambling on. Um, I'll say this: Goodwill, man. This is just like just to spend more time with y'all. This is just like a bonus, whatever. Um, so this is a little more personal for me. So I recently got this job working at this place called Apex Stain and Epoxy, and this company just grinds garage floors, grinds them up, and then lays epoxy on the garage floor, making it any color you want. And it's a very messy job. So you need like pants, you know what I mean, like, and shirts, like just some like throwaway pants and throwaway shirts. And so I find myself going to Goodwill, Salvation Army to find. Oh, and Burlington, Burlington, Goodwill, they're good places to find affordable furniture, and I mean affordable like clothes. And me, I'm a skateboarder at heart. I would argue skateboarding was literally my first love. I and the culture of skateboarding was, man, you you gotta look like you gotta look like your fit has to work. Like your fit just has to look good while you skateboard. You know what I mean? And and I'm finding some good deals on pants. And I'm like, bro, I'm really enjoying my pants. Like, and I'm like, dude, I want to go skateboarding. And it's like it reminded me, or like, oh, like I like fashion. Like I like making my fit look good. I like to look good while I do things, and it just makes me want to go skateboarding because I look I feel like I my fit looks good and I want to like skateboard. It's kind of like crazy that I haven't like I didn't really process it at that time, where I just like, yeah, as a kid in high school, like you always have, like, if you grew up with like your parents giving you stuff, you always, for the summer, you're gonna go get clothes for school. And I've always had some good fashion, and then no wonder I would like skate because I know I would look good. It's funny. It's funny. It's funny. Um, but yeah, that's a whole nother topic right there, where you when your parents literally gave you everything you wanted. That's a whole different topic. Well, I'm an only child, and parents, they did give me everything. They definitely spoiled me. Um, but I'm very grateful for the childhood that I had. My childhood was awesome. Still going. Still, I live with my dad right now. Um, but yeah, and I'm helping my dad out too. Before I wouldn't. Now I do. You know, gotta get prepared for life. You know, life. It's a journey out here. All right, guys. See you on the next episode.